Hello internet, so I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and before we get to the Reddit post, I like to show you guys something now before the video. So this person tweeted, Donald Trump is a disaster. Also note that someone took Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass's mic away so she can't keep fact checking him. So this person is more concerned that Donald Trump was actually holding her accountable for saying that it's going to take 18 months for them to actually, rebuild all the houses and stuff, then him and someone in the audience actually calling her out on it because she was like, no, we're gonna, get it done as soon as possible. But I literally think Donald Trump and two other people in the audience called her out on it. So just fantastic stuff. The Trump derangement syndrome has gone so far that even if this person lets their an entire part of their city burn down, Donald Trump actually holding her accountable for it is, I guess, more of a problem. In fact, it was them fact checking her, but I doubt this person actually watched the video. I don't know how the fuck you could come to that conclusion. But anyway, let's get right to the posts. Oh, and just a quick side note. So apparently they're doing this Saturday morning political cartoon thread. And I actually clicked on the political cartoon that they have right here. And holy shit, your new order has arrived. Hey there, Americans. Are you ready for the big cultural revolution? The what now? You know, the radical new country people voted for, the neo-monarchist tech bro dictatorship and reversal of all 20th century social progress. I just want affordable housing and healthcare. Oh, well, they didn't say affordable, whatever. Oh, right, the New Deal safety net, consumer protections, worker rights, those are probably doomed. Yeah, probably doomed. You can bet on meme coins, though. You say people voted for this? I haven't heard about any of it. Enjoy the delightful blend of Russian-style disinformation, Iranian theocracy, and Hungarian crackdowns on education. Are you sure you're talking about this country? It's the year zero, baby. Holy shit, this is a political cartoon? This is what it's come to now? God, when people say Jen Sorensen, I feel like I've heard that name before, but when people say the left can't meme, they're really not fucking joking. I know I've pointed it out on political cartoons, r/comics before, but Jesus Christ, they always surprise me. Iranian theocracy. Yeah, this is the first thing that you see when you type in women in Iran, so I don't think we're quite here yet. And to be honest, I don't think we're ever gonna get to this point, hopefully. I thought you guys loved Palestine. Anyway, on to the posts. Trump's definitions of male and female are nonsense science with staggering ramifications. How can you so fully misunderstand basic biology and then legislate about it? These are the same people who supported the I don't know what a woman is, I'm not a biologist fucking Supreme Court member, Ketanji Brown Jackson. The irony is so strong. They don't want to legislate biology. They want to force people to conform to their base normal. They want us to be NPCs. Well, I think you're doing a great job at that already, so, I guess it's working. And our insistence on being out of spec, i.e. not white, conventionally attractive. Well, you got me there. Healthy, able-bodied. I don't know why would you not want to be able-bodied? What is wrong with this? Doesn't everyone want a healthier America that's able-bodied? Christian American is a tremendous inconvenience for them because more than anything, they are quietly committed to an aesthetic that never really existed in America. They believe that once we were smiling, happy, well-off people in pleasant suburbs with a father who worked and a mother who stayed at home with 2.5 children. Oh God, what happened to the third child? I'm just kidding. And a dog that little Timmy liked baseball cards and BB guns, that little Susie loved playing with dolls and didn't want to be anything but a mommy too someday. Daddy never hit or yelled at mommy because mommy was perfectly submissive, always beautiful, trim, and capable. She took care of everything for everyone so that all Daddy had to worry about was working. She never felt unfulfilled or lonely or incomplete. And at work, Daddy's job paid him well because they needed workers. There were no women in the workforce except for single girls in the secretary pool who were just there waiting to get married to hopefully an executive. Haha, those girls. There were black people, but they didn't live in mommy and daddy's neighborhood because they kept to themselves and liked it. They didn't want to live in the suburbs. They lived in the cities and worked very different jobs. And their children went to very different schools, which were just as nice as the school Susie and Timmy went to, but very far away so that their sons would never cross paths with girls like Susie. They want to live in TV land, Pleasantville, And they are so earnest in their belief that this time and place that only ever existed in the white suburban American imagination was real, very real, and is a place they can get back to. But first they have to remove the nightmare that is the awful, hideous reality of other humans. So it's not really legislation or executive orders that are meant to be enacted specifically, it's the aesthetic. Holy shit, dude, we just want fucking men and women to be recognized again as the only two legitimate genders. How the fuck did you get this tangent from from that legislation? Or not legislation, but you know, executive order or whatever. But if we're being serious, I think that all politicians and everybody wants this idealistic society, you know, in their own little way. I think not having hope for a future or bringing about the best parts of the past is something that demoralizes a lot of people, especially if they believe that they're never ever gonna get it back. I think what most people want is a simple life and to be unbothered by the rest of society and the rest of society's problems, really. And I love how they forget that a majority of black people were Christian also, and that the single motherhood rate for black women was way lower back then as well. I think everybody is looking to be their best selves, and I don't see anything wrong with that at all. Like, what is wrong for wanting this lifestyle? I feel like it's pretty, you know, fulfilling. And yeah, we had a lot of problems in the past, but I don't think blaming white people over and over again is exactly going to be the solution. But anyway, let's move on. Pete Hegseth, Trump's Pentagon pick, sparks alarm over far-right extremism. And we have a fucking Guardian article, so let's go take a look at that. Experts concerned over the Fox and Friends host, his Christian nationalist ideology and militant language. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I get on my guard when I hear a fucking news article talk about experts saying something, especially nowadays. Extremism experts, especially with a title like this, are sounding the alarm about Pete Hegseth, Donald Trump's pick for the Secretary of Defense, whose writing and online presence reveals some immersed in a culture of right-wing Christianity, political extremism, and violent ideation. The Fox, I hope they have fucking, evidence for this, but let's keep reading. The Fox and Friends host, who has served in the U.S. Army but has no experience in government, drew shock from Pentagon officials when Trump nominated him. Hegseth's books on American culture and the military, his commentary on Fox, and his frequent posts on social media showcase his far-right ideology. I hope they have evidence in here of it. Hegseth telegraphs paranoia and anger towards leftists and ultra-masculine. Why do they keep using this word? Like, I talked about this last video, but they just have an obsession with this word. An ultra-masculine MAGA persona and apparent revulsion towards service members who do not fit his vision, including women. The thing that worries me is both the ideology of Christian nationalism and what that's going to mean for the kind of policies he tries to put in place for the Defense Department, says Thomas who the fuck is this? Is this one of the extremism experts you were talking about? A historian focusing on religion and political violence. Researchers who focus on the Christian right were quick to flag Hegseth's tattoos, oh my god, his tattoos, which feature a tapestry of symbols widely embraced by Christian nationalists, including a Jerusalem cross on his chest, an American flag with 13-star partly obscured by an assault weapon on his shoulder, and the words Deus Vult, God wills it. We got a Crusader, boys, on his biceps. Deus Vult is a first crusade battle cry, said, I can't even say this name. There is no other way to interpret this. This is not some warm and fuzzy, we should, pray and do acts of service. This is a call to religious violence. Oh my god, dude. These are the people? These are the fucking experts? Fucking Pete was in the military for like 20 years, and it sounds like this guy's never fucking done a push-up. Hegseth did not immediately reply to a request for comment. Good, why the fuck would he? Hegseth's tattoos are just one aspect of the television presenter's Christian, hyper-masculine, and I'm surprised they didn't use ultra-masculine again, and hard-right persona. Alright, so far we haven't really seen any of it, but alright, sure. Other than the Christian part. In one Instagram post promoting an ammunition company. Oh my god, the military guy promoting an ammunition company? Who would have guessed? Hegseth dips his hand into a bucket of bullets and lets them pour through his closed fist while shouting freedom. In another, he shows off a t-shirt emblazoned with the words, "A pledge a day keeps the commies away," superimposed on an American flag. This is supposed to make me not like him, dude. This is actually making me like him more. Much of Hegseth's social media content is promotional. He regularly advertises an ammunition company, a coffee company, probably Black Rifle, I hope, and the pro-gun group Right to Bear on Instagram. In a November 2023 post, he promoted an Advent songbook published by the Forge Press, which is described on its website as an organization that arms Christians with weapons to build, defend, and expand the new Christendom. It also offers the podcast Red Pill Reformation, with episodes titled Reformation versus Revolution of Christian Vision for World Conquest. You know, I don't know what denomination of Christianity he is, but I'm pretty sure proselytization is really big in some of them, so I am not surprised at all by this. As long as he isn't forcing me to, I don't give a shit. The Forge, Hegseth wrote on Instagram, is a great new Christian company you won't regret supporting. Also, I wonder when these guys are going to like make an article about fucking Hassan's subreddit and the main thing, like the main link tree on it being just all communism and revolution, but I'm sure we're never gonna see that, you know. It's only bad when Christians do it. For Hegseth, leftists, proponents of LGBTQ plus rights, women's rights, and racial justice lurk around every corner, posing an existential threat to the United States. And in American Crusade, Hegseth writes that he believes the U.S. faces a moment of irreconcilable differences between the left and the right in America, leading to perpetual conflict that cannot be resolved through the political process. He adds, "No, I'm not calling for violence, I'm just pointing out the reality." Okay, and so this is a tricky thing that these fucking journalists do, where they, you know, put an idea out like this right here, right? And then they talk about something completely different. It's a level of framing that so many journalists do that is fucking disgusting in my opinion. This is what people mean when they say that the media divides people, and that's all it does, because this is literally what it's trying to do. And then when you point it out like he is right here, you are the bad guy. Despite many caveats in the book, Hegseth frequently proposes violent ideas. This time in our history calls for an American crusade. He writes in the book's introduction, "Yes, a holy war for the righteous cause of human freedom." Advocating for human freedom is now a violent idea, I guess. Alright. In media appearances and on social media, Hegseth frequently expresses other common tropes of the far right, including the idea that the US is not a democracy, but a constitutional republic. It is both. Oh my god, dude, I'm done with this article. If you guys want to read it, you can, but like, how could we get multiple paragraphs in, and I'm like completely unconvinced that he is like this far right ideologist or ideologue, whatever. He seems like a very normal right-wing Christian American, if you ask me. But anyway, let's see what Redditors say. DUI hire. Ooh, clever. This sparks alarm? I think we have been there for a while now. This is par for the course. In Hegseth's narrative, Americanism must prevail or death will, where Americanism in the book is defined as ultra right wing. All right, let me go see where he says that. Okay, so it says right here, Americanism, which he characterizes essentially as right-wing populism. Wait, why did the Redditor lie? You can fucking click on the article. He said it defined it as ultra right-wing. But then when I go right here, it says it essentially characterizes it as right-wing populism, again without providing any examples from the actual book. And this guy said that in the book it defined it as such, you know? Hegseth explicitly rejects democracy in his book. I don't think that's what he did. He just stated that America was a constitutional republic. This is why I can't take what anyone says seriously, like when I first read it anymore. Everyone will lie and frame things in their own way just to make it seem as bad as possible, or however they want it to seem, you know? And I'm not gonna go read a book just so I can find exactly what they're talking about, just to find out that it has nothing to do with what they're talking about. Like, if you're gonna say it in the article, reference it, or pull the fucking primary source. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh no, that requires work, sorry. He literally wrote in his book how he thinks they are fighting a Christian crusade with the far left, and now he is at the helm of the largest military in the world. He will attempt to use it to harm American civilians. It's not even a question at this point. It will be up to his generals to hopefully disobey him. Yeah, if you want to interpret that in the most retarded way possible, go ahead. But until I see the military actually being used against the people like you say, it didn't happen last time, so I doubt it's gonna happen this time. I don't know why everything has to be catastrophized to the greatest extent. These idiots are going to hell anyway. You cannot be a right-wing Christian. Jesus wasn't, and his message surely isn't. Yeah, Jesus was like, save the trans kids, dude, and become a communist. Holy shit, dude, it's fucking embarrassing reading some of this stuff. After his executive order on sex, is Trump legally the first female president? 3.2 thousand, and it's The Guardian again. First trans president, female to male. Why trans? I thought trans women were women, bro. You can just say women, it's alright. Don't be scared. Second, after President Elon Musk. That's actually kind of funny. And again, I haven't even heard anything from Elon in these, past few days. I still love that they're running with the Elon Musk as president narrative. Technically, it's the first non-binary. Don't tell him he'll try to rape himself? What the fuck? This got 86 upvotes? What the fuck are we even talking about anymore? Technically, Kamala was already the first female president when Biden transferred power to her before going under his anesthesia for colonoscopy back in 2001, but he is the first one. Is this fucking true? When did this happen? But he is the first one elected for sure. First one in drag too, with all that makeup and those lifts. Oh wait, I think we've had a cross-dressing president before. Dude, am I in another fucking dimension? When did this fucking happen? If he's a woman now, does that make him the first lesbian president too because he likes women? Now we got the first LGBT fucking president. Let's go. If we're gonna run with this meme, let's go all the way with it. Fuck it. Trump is the first trans lesbian woman fucking president. Right-wingers tell Bishop to die because she begged Donald Trump to have mercy on trans kids. Trump ally Matt Walsh called her Exhibit A for why women should not be pastors. Oh, Jesus. I'm not religious, so I don't want to get into this debate about the pastor shit. That's for you guys down in the comments to do, alright? I personally don't see a problem with it. I know there's denominations that do and some that don't. I don't really give a shit. You guys can have fun in the comments. I do love how Matt Walsh, though, is basically like the fucking kryptonite to leftists, man. They crumble every time they hear his fucking name. Please don't hurt vulnerable children, sane people of faith. That's exactly what they want, though. They don't want to hurt vulnerable children, by fucking sterilizing them. I literally watched a whole documentary about it. I saw a 10-year-old get fucking hormone injections or puberty blockers or whatever. My eyes aren't lying to me. Trump deputizes thousands of federal agents to arrest immigrants. Let's fucking go. This is a huge W, and this got 16,000 upvotes, but I know it's all for the wrong reasons. Trump is not worried about civil rights abuses because he has directed the DOJ to freeze all civil rights cases and investigations. Well, maybe because civil rights don't apply to fucking non-citizens. Did you ever think about that? Our laws only apply to the citizens of the nation, or they should. I'm not saying we should hurt these people unnecessarily, but get them the fuck out of the country. Smells like Project 2025. Oh my god, this guy still has a mask on his fucking avatar. Holy shit. I didn't even know that was an actual thing that you could put on them. Wait till he deputizes regular MAGA folks as a sort of immigration militia. That's the sign to look for to know we're fucked. Yep, guys, he's just gonna start fucking deputizing little Johnny to go out and arrest illegal immigrants. Yeah, that's gonna happen, guys. Holy shit, we're living in La La Land. What could go wrong when agents never trained in or experienced with immigration are told to find illegal immigrants from among the general population? No matter what your position on immigration, the danger to innocent U.S. civilians or citizens is obvious. How does this guy come up with the idea that these people, one, aren't going to be trained, or two, aren't already trained to, deal with this? How much training do you need, and how difficult is it to, ask for identification or verification that you're a U.S. citizen? And I'm pretty sure we can get a good idea of who is and who isn't just by asking, I don't know, the local police departments that probably deal with these people every single day. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't understand what's so difficult about this. The effect that this is going to have on food prices, among many other things, is going to completely fuck the working class into full-fledged poverty. Isn't this the party of workers' rights, and they're trying to defend illegal immigrants getting paid under the table at much lower wages? Again, the fucking irony is just outstanding. And it says eggs have already doubled in price. Is this fucking true? I know there was a bird flu, so that has nothing to do with Trump. And I doubt eggs have doubled in price over the last fucking 12 hours or 5 days or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's just because of a fucking supply shortage. But nah, it's all Trump's fault, trust me. And this post right here is the reason for the title, because this was the top post of yesterday with only 21,000 fucking upvotes. And it is the stupidest shit I've ever read. Trump's calls with British leaders reportedly left staff crying from laughter. And we've already read 2 articles or whatever today, so I'm not going to go to another one. But if you read the article, basically he just gave a few calls to some of the prime ministers over there, and they didn't really talk too much, and he just went on some Trump tangents that we all know he loves to do, especially at his rallies. But like, let's be honest, what serious things do we actually have to talk to with the fucking Britain? We're already dealing with a whole bunch of shit over here. Like, we don't need to be, you know, trying to fix their problems too. And it's funny because in the article he even talks about how Boris Johnson and him got along, so I don't really know what the problem is. But that doesn't even matter because I think Boris Johnson resigned a while back in 2023 anyway, so they're just running out of ideas to talk about. The MAGA cult just can't seem to grasp that Trump is a joke to the rest of the world. Yeah, we had a literal corpse for the last 4 years as our president, so I don't want to hear any of this. You guys literally paraded Joe Biden around like he was the God Emperor of 40K fucking dead in a chair, and didn't publicly recognize it until fucking Kamala was the new runner-up. I don't want to hear these people talk about Trump being a joke. Sure, he puts his foot in his mouth a lot of the time, but dude, we didn't have any new wars when he was in office, and I hope that fucking trend continues. That doesn't make him any less dangerous, of course. He's driven by grievance and could easily lose his temper and do stupid things, so world leaders might fear his erratic and largely unpredictable nature, but they mostly see him for the idiot and buffoon he is. This got almost 10,000 upvotes. Oh, I love this line of reasoning. So it's like, he's a complete idiot everywhere else, but when it comes to like eradicating minorities, they come up with this like 4D chess plan of how he's doing it and how he's slowly, you know, making it seep into the American population that all minorities are bad or whatever, and how he's systematically disrupting the social balance. You know, I may not like Hillary Clinton and think she's a deplorable fucking human who I wouldn't even trust as a manager at a McDonald's, but I still think she's intelligent enough to do what she does and get to the places that she's gotten to. If you don't respect and understand your enemy, you'll never defeat them. Although I think Trump can be incredibly reckless with his language, which is a huge problem on its own. I think he's very intelligent in the way he operates and actually tries to give a lot of transparency to the public, especially this administration. I mean, dude, we see him on TV fucking signing executive orders and actually being open about what his plans are for the future in terms of his policies and stuff. And although him talking nonstop can be a weakness, I also think it's one of his greatest strengths in terms of, you know, what he's actually thinking to the public, which, you know, you barely see any politicians do. They just go on camera and fucking lie to your face for 30 minutes. At least we know Trump is not a fucking lizard. Much of Europe thought Hitler was a joke until he wasn't. I don't even know if this is historically true. Is this fucking historically accurate? I fucking doubt that it is, but of course, we needed the Hitler reference before we ended the video. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord and the subreddit. Links are in the description. And if you want to support this channel further, join the Patreon or become a YouTube member today, and I will shout your name out at the end of every video till the end of time. Now on to the patrons. Thank you to our based gods, XX Schisms XX, and your local Inquisitor. And thank you to our base legends, Kada, Yoru Imiya, and Triple X Medic. And thank you to our super base Shadow Dow, Devin Dekron, Contranock, Redzy, Aziz Duglee, Pimtool, Joseph Miller, Zach Orange, and Peef Rimgar. And thank you to our base certified Boneblayat 762, Crowbon, Joker Gaming, Nathan Quinn, Matthew M, Duop Diggy, Blom Green, Tom, Matthew Armstrong, Thomas Lehman, Rezu Jordan, Arcturus 51, Worm, Serbian Sicko Terre, Turkey Dog, Easy Joe, Levy Velasco, Crow Eater 1836, Filler Hilday, Joe Billy, Crocodilus, Wes, Snidler, Easy Joe, Ghosted, and Clan of One. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.